morning to all. Today's heading self-induction. So this is unit 4, electromagnetic induction and alternating current. So today we are discussing about the self-induction. So self-induction means self-stimulation. So when the device can able to stimulate itself is called the self-induction here. See, before discussing about the self-induction, so we will see some of the device that is called inductor. So inductor is generally a device that can be used to store the energy in a magnetic field. So here how the magnetic field is formed means when the electric current flows through a conductor, that is in this coil, toroid or solenoid. So when the current passes through that, so here the inductance can be produced. So what is meant by inductance? Inductance is one of the property of the inductors. So it is able to generate the EMF. So due to the change in current flowing in this device. So or it may be, we explained that the change in current is also through in a neighboring circuit also. That is called the mutual inductance. So that is also we discussed later. And this is the self-inductions. So what is meant by the self-inductions? The EMF generate itself because of the property of inductance, that is stimulation, by using the device called inductors. So inductors, some of the devices are given here. So coil, these are all the example of inductors. So coil, toroid and solenoid, these are all the examples for inductor. So in this devices only you to generate the EMF. So this is the diagram of the self-induction. So here when the electric current passes through a coil, so around it the magnetic field is produced. So because of this magnetic field, so some of the magnetic flux of this field is also linked with this coil. So that is the coil itself linked with the magnetic flux. So this flux is changed by the changing the electric current. So that's why the EMF is induced. So the EMF is induced in the same coil itself. So because of production of the EMF that can be oppose the electric field, so this phenomenon is known as the self-induction. When the because of the magnetic field produced around it, the magnetic flux is also there in the same coil. Because of this magnetic flux, so the EMF is produced. It can be able to oppose the magnetic flux. So this phenomenon is called the self-induction. So the mathematical expression for this self-induction means here we referred as a N phi B is directly proportional to I. So what is meant by phi B is the magnetic flux. So N is the number of turns. So in coils also number of turns, and also solenoid, toroid also have a number of turns on that. So here N plays a vital role here. Then the total flux linked with the coil that can be is directly proportional to the total flux is N phi B. So that is the total flux that can be directly proportional to the current in the circuit, that is I. So mathematically N phi B is directly proportional to I here. So we have to remove the proportionality symbol. We have to introduce the constant value here. That's why N phi B is equal to Li. So here L is the proportionality constant. That is also considered as a self-inductance of the coil. So L is the self-inductance of the coil. So find out the L value here and simplify the above equation. So L is equal to N phi B divided by I. So this is the equation for self-inductance. And also we are able to find out how much of the EMF is produced in it. So according to the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. So according to the Faraday's law, so what happens? Epsilon is equal to, so minus d phi by dt only. Here the number of turns is also multiplied by that. So minus dn phi by dt. So that is equal to minus n phi. So what is the value of n N phi is equal to Li, isn't it? That is in the above equation. You know that. So N phi is equal to Li. So substitute the value of Li here. So minus dLi divided by dt. Then it may be, so take it out the constant value outside. So minus L and also di by dt. So you know that di by dt. So change in current with respect to time value. So that's why we are find out the L value here also. So L is equal to minus epsilon divided by di by dt. So here the negative sign for this equation indicates the self-induced EMF always opposes the current with respect to time. So that is also in change in current with respect to time. So this is the equation. So here the inductance of the coil is defined as, so according to that equation, L is the inductance of the coil. It can be defined as, so opposing the EMF. Opposing means minus sign here. So EMF means epsilon here in the coil and also the rate of current through the coil. So divided by the rate of current means di by dt. So this unit is also 1 ampere per second. So the unit of inductance means 1 ampere per second. Ampere per second. So the next topic is also self-inductance of a long solenoid. So before topic, we are discussing about the self-inductance of a small coil. Here, see, before discussing the self-inductance of a coil, here we will discussing about the self-inductance of a long solenoid here. The number of turns is also, it can be increasing the length of the number of, because of the number of turns here. So let us assume that, so a solenoid of length L and also the area of cross section A. So here the small n is the number of turns that can be per unit length, because L is there, no? So that's why. So capital letter is equal to n by L. So small n by small L. So that is referred as, that is small n is the number of turns per unit. N is the, small n is the number of turns per unit length. So and also electric current I is also, I is the current which can be passed through this solenoid, and also because of I value the magnetic field is also produced, that is also uniform. So here the magnetic field is produced inside the solenoid here. So magnetic field at any point inside the solenoid, that is also we discussed in the previous chapter, third lesson. So the value of this magnetic field inside the solenoid, long solenoid, is B is equal to mu naught Ni. So just you remember that formula, and this is the formula for the magnetic field inside the solenoid. So B is equal to mu naught Ni. From this formula, so we have to find out the self-inductance of a long solenoid. So let's discuss about that. So here we have to refer the magnetic field passes through the solenoid means the windings of the solenoids are linked by the field lines here. So here the magnetic flux passing through the each turn, that can be referred as a dA. For each turn, for that area value is referred as a dA. So that's why we choose that formula, phi is equal to, so that is a magnetic flux formula here, phi is equal to integration of B dA. So for each number of turns, the magnetic flux, that's why we referred as a dA here. So that is equal to, so dot symbol, it can be minimized by the magnitude value BA cos theta here. So for the maximum value of the theta value is 0, then only BA, the maximum value of this value. So BA is equal to, you know already that B value is, so what is the value of B is equal to, so this is the magnetic field inside the solenoid value. So B is equal to mu naught Ni. Substitute the value in this below equation. So B is equal to mu naught Ni and also into A. So here the capital N refers a total number of turns. So that's why N is equal to small n into L, because small n is referred as a, that is number of turns per unit length. So small n is equal to capital N divided by L. So that can be, we have to taken as a capital N is equal to NL here. So we multiply both side of that equation, above equation, by capital letter N. So that's why N phi b is equal to N mu naught Ni A. So that's why N is equal to, you know that value NL. That's why we substitute that value of L value, that is small n value, that is a capital N value here, that is equal to small n into L here. Substitute that in a LHS side only. So N d phi b is equal to mu naught N square AL I. So this is a simplified equation, and you have to substitute the EMF value also. So we know that already. So N phi b is equal to Li, that is the self-inductance of the coil. So equate this equation and also the above equation. So N phi b, N phi b. So here LHS are different. That's why equate this two equation, and finally you will get L is equal to mu naught N square AL. So this is the final equation. So this equation, the inductance depends on the, so L is the inductance here. Inductance depends on the solenoid, that is, which is present in the number of turns N, and also the area of cross section A, and also length L, and the medium present inside that, so that is a mu naught. So here the solenoid is filled with the some of the dielectrics, means we have to introduce one of the medium. So mu m is introduced here. So here there is no medium at all. So air medium is present there. So L is equal to mu naught N square AL. So inductance depends upon area, length, and the number of turns per unit length. That is square of the number of turns per unit length, and also permeability in free space. Suppose instead of mu naught, that is there is air medium inside the long solenoid, the dielectric which is placed inside the solenoid means, so what happens, mu naught is replaced by mu. So here also we referred as a mu m, that is any medium. So it is in the medium. So that can be, we substitute it to the relative permeability. Relative permeability, mu r is equal to mu divided by mu naught. That is the formula that you know already studied in a third lesson. So, and rearrange that, only we want the mu m, that is here the m is not referred. So that is assumed that mu m is equal to mu naught mu r. So that's why the equation becomes, in the dielectric or any medium is, that is material is inside the solenoid, so it can be, the formula can be changed as L is equal to, here the inductance can be mu naught mu r N square A, that is area, into L. So this is the equation, self-inductance of a long solenoid.